Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Adventure FPV. My name is Lee. If you're new to the channel, welcome. So today we're going to do a little bit of a flight review test on the Insta360 GO 2 mount. This is the USB cable power mount is what they call it. So basically it's just got a little spot for your USB-C on the side, and I'm going to plug it in through a BEC balance cable to my battery. I'm using Li-ion batteries today because I want to get a little bit more flight time. The whole test here is really a couple things. I want to see if this mount has jello in it when I fly with it, because I typically fly with a really soft TPU mount, so I want to see how this thing holds up to vibrations and whatnot. And also my battery should be fully charged on my Insta360 GO 2, so you know, theoretically after I'm done with this maybe 10, 12, 15 minute flight with these with this FlyWoo Li-ion battery, I should still be at 100% or close to it, because I've done a flight with this Li-ion before, and basically when I got back, the Insta360 GO 2 was basically dead. It was on its last leg, so I couldn't have done another flight. I would have had to wait for it to recharge, so this might be a good way to avoid that. So let's take the iFlight Chimera 4 out with the FlyWoo lithium-ion battery, the Insta360 GO 2 camera, and the Insta360 GO 2, I guess they're calling this the USB power mount. So yeah, we're gonna go test it out. Let's go see what we can do. All right, so we've got the Li-ion battery plugged into this little BEC power lead that goes to USB, and theoretically we should be able to put this in, and there's the red light. Looks like it is connected, and that just goes there to hold it in place. Take a look here. It does look like we are at 100% on the battery. I don't see a charging status or anything, but yeah, we'll take a look, see how it looks when we get back. Okay, so I am going to play this flight back at 4x speed, just for the sake of your time, so you don't have to watch the entire 12-minute flight. I was seeing a little bit of vibration in my goggles, and I have had that problem with this before, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, for the most part, after watching this playback, I mean, it was great. There wasn't really any more like vibration or jello than normal in the actual playback footage. It turned out really, really nice, and you know, this is a great option for people who are maybe thinking about getting like a Caddx Peanut, but they already had an Insta360 GO. I think the only advantage you get with that is being able to stop and start recording remotely from your remote control if you wanted to. You do not get that option obviously with this. You just kind of hit record before you start. There is a 30-minute record limit on the Insta360 GO 2, so you are limited to that. But you know, I don't think I'm going to be getting 30 minutes out of any of my quads, so that's not a problem for me. But yeah, this is great if you're wanting to fly pack to pack, you know, if you just want to go back to back on a couple, it's a great way to do that. I had done a flight previously with this battery where I got about, I don't know, 16 minutes or something out of it, and the Insta360 was like dead. As soon as I returned from the flight, it was toast. So you know, if I wanted to do another flight, I would have had to have waited for the Insta360 GO 2 to recharge, but this is a great option to just kind of keep you going, keep you in the air a little bit longer. I didn't notice any issues with it overheating or anything like that. I know this camera can get warm when, you know, running for prolonged periods of time, but I was obviously in flight, so it had lots of air moving over it, and also it was a cool fall day. I mean, it was probably 55 degrees, 60 degrees outside, so I didn't feel like the camera was warm or anything when it returned from flight, so that's nice. If you are interested in the mount or the BEC power lead or the FlyWoo battery or any of that kind of stuff, I will have affiliate links in the description. And the way that works is if you guys click that link and you buy it, I do get a small commission. And even if you don't buy one of the products that I have listed and you end up purchasing something else, I do get a commission, and that will help my channel grow. It's a free way to help me out, so I'd really appreciate that. If you are interested in making a purchase, please consider using one of my links. I really do enjoy these longer flights as well with the Li-ion batteries. I just started flying them about a week or two ago, and I really love the longer flight times with them. The cruising, you're not going to get much acro out of it, but it is nice for this kind of stuff. Alright, so we were out flying for a little bit, just landed, And actually, I could have went longer. Man, it says 12 minutes, 44 seconds. Yeah, it's probably been about 12 minutes flight time. And the battery, as you can see there, is still at 100%. So I'm not quite sure what the flight footage is going to look like yet, but it seemed like there was a fair amount of vibration in my goggles. And I have had that with this quad before, and I don't know what it is, if it's just the way it's balanced or something, that it's not correct, but I have had that a couple of times. I've landed, came back, swapped batteries or whatever, and it went away. So there may be a loading issue with the way this is set up. So if there is jello in the flight footage, I'm not going to call it 100% the fault of this quite yet. I think this thing could be useful if you're doing pack after pack and you don't want to charge it or swap to different cameras or whatever. If you just want to keep going, it's probably a pretty good option. I think the camera does have a 30-minute record limit though, so you couldn't go beyond that as far as the recording capacity. But yeah, you can keep your camera charged up all day now. So yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.